What's up? Um, we are doing Tyler Perry Sisters, season 8, episode 8, appearances. So the episode picks back up with Hudson at the hospital. We find out that Gary is still, he's alive and well, and I don't know what's going on with Gary because it's the next day apparently, and Penelope then shows up at the hospital with Penelope and her attitude and that silk outfit she had on showed up at the hospital looking a hot mess. And I was like, girl, you was very delusional last season. Like, you went from delusional to now you over the top. Like, what's going on? So, my favorite part, the theme song. My girls hold me down, the boys miss. Anyway, Danny calls her therapist Krisha over to her house because she thinks she's losing her man and her mind, and I just think she's losing her mind at this point. She tells Krisha about Tony's actions, and I was over it. Danny's asking Krisha if she messed up with Tony, but you shouldn't be asking Krisha. You probably need to be talking to Tony. And y'all, it's my favorite scene. Baby, after 8 episodes, well, 7, Karen walked in on episode 8. Her unborn fetuses, and she got on a new dress. Way to go, Karen. It was cute. Her and Sabrina are going over the business plan. Sabrina making corrections and changes to it. Just updating. Then we get back to the hospital. Hudson's still tripping. I just want to know if you in love with Gary, okay? So Penelope is being aggravating AF, and I just feel like, girl, you mad at Andy. She is mad at Andy, but Penelope is like other men when it comes to Andy, except for the ones that actually really, really love her. How the men just been hating on her. Penelope is that person. I feel like Penelope always felt like that, but she always wanted to play that delusional role to keep Gary around. And I feel like that's why she never came out of the bag, because she probably thought Gary was going to leave her and try to go back to Andy. So we get to Zach and Fatima's house, and she tells Zach what Robin had said to her about the pictures, about her working with Hayden, what happens if she doesn't play nice with Hayden. So they sitting on the bed like, we finna go to jail. Y'all ain't going to jail. Stop. So we get back over to Danny, and I just feel like Danny needs to allow this therapy to take course. It's like she off and then she on. She off and then she on. I need you to really be serious about this. I think she is serious, but I think when she have to really do the work, she doesn't want to be serious, and that's unfortunate for her. So Sabrina works on the business helps Karen with that business plan for Karen and Pam. Sabrina then talks to Karen about meeting somebody, finding an ex, and Karen was like, who's Zach? Girl, no. She was talking about Aaron. And so Sabrina told Aaron, get your old man. And Karen was like, girl, my mama said old men give you worms, and I agree, because that's my stating. Old men give you worms. I don't think they do. I just always say that. And so Sabrina was more like, no, you need to find you somebody, get your old man. And so she mentioned, what's his name? The other baby daddy. It's too many names, y'all. I'm spacing. Him, the other baby daddy. Anyway, we're back at the hospital. And I was just like, Penelope, nobody want Gary but you. But she keeps telling Andy, leave her brother alone. And I'm like, ma'am, you are not your brother's mouthpiece. I need you to chill. I really need you to chill. I need you to chill. And once again, I feel like Penelope is really, yes, I will say this, she is mad at Andy because, I would think that you lied to me too. But I really feel like you're really mad at Gary because Gary's feelings for Andy has never left. And I think you knew that. You've always known that. But you denied it. You made a conscious choice to deny what Gary had for Andy. But even though you knew she didn't want him. So when all of that stuff happened, what did you do? Because you didn't have nobody, you convinced your brother not to be with her because you don't like her, because you are mad because Gary still always had a thing for her. So you also helped in, them two not actually trying to work on their relationship. But if for her brother Jordan, if he's easily swayed, I wouldn't want to be with him either. So we go back to Zach and Fatima's house. Zach was like, listen, call Madam. Please call Madam DeVille, okay? To take Robin and Hayden out. But Fatima is extremely suspicious about Robin. And I kind of am too. Even though now I am, I don't know. But for some reason, I still don't trust Robin. They still want to play Murder, She Wrote, her and Zach, child, I guess. We back to Danny. I want to say at this point, she's at work. Oh, no. She's still sitting with Krisha. And I think my whole point was, either you gonna let this therapy work or not. Krisha wants to discuss healthy tools with Danny for her to deal with her anxiety. Because, Danny uses sex, alcohol, of course, and that vape pen, that weed pen to cope. Because if y'all notice anytime something get on her nerves or make her mad, the first thing she grabs is that vape pen. If she don't grab nothing else, if she don't do nothing else, if it's extreme, if you paid attention, if it's extreme, she'll go down to drink. She hasn't really done a lot of that. But she will in a quick minute and be like, I need a drink. She always have bottles or something at her house. And so Krisha is just trying to teach her different coping mechanisms. Healthy coping skills to deal with her anxiety. And I really want to see a better version of Andy. I want her character to grow. Like, I really want her character to grow out of this space that she's always in. Meanwhile, Sabrina's still trying to get Karen to get a man, and I just need y'all to stop thinking that in order for somebody to be happy, they have to have somebody, a man or a spouse or something. A lot of people, believe it or not, are happy as singles. A lot of people, they are happy alone. Some people feel like, I can do this. Sometimes love just don't come from a significant other. But Most people may feel a love from their kids. I know that it's a different type of love, and I also understand that your kids can't keep you warm at night, but you just have you alone having that peace is cool. Like, when you create a space of peace, sometimes none of that stuff really matters. When you create a space of peace in your environment, the people that are around you, that's loving on you, your support system, sometimes that's all people need. Everybody not out there looking for somebody. And I think for Karen, it's going to come when it's going to come. I will say this, whatever it is Aaron got going on, I don't know, but Aaron seems like a decent guy. It's just a lot of holes in his story from the past that we need questions like, who is that lady? We still trying to find out who that lady was at that truck that slapped you. Or, where are your kids? Why don't you have your kids? Because in addition to the 2 that the grandma took, you have now 3. You have the 1 kid, the new baby that you're getting ready to have. So I get it. I will say this. It was the fact that Karen has come to terms with her and Zach being done, and really understanding that they were done well before he met Fatima. That is what I've always wanted. I did not like when Tyler created this version of Karen that was so hateful, but I get it. I think that Karen was so used to seeing Zach alone that when he leveled up, she thought that he was supposed to be with him. But no, that part of Zach you had, and which was unfortunate. But this other version of Zach is somewhere else. You just need to be with somebody that that's gonna give you more than Zach ever gave you. And I do feel like that's Aaron, but at the same time, I feel like Aaron has holes in his story, and I also feel like Karen really needs to heal. She really needs to heal, be a mom, focus on her salon, and just co-parent. If anything goes further between her and Aaron, I don't know, but they really need to co-parent. Anyway, child, Gary woke, my Lord. And he was about to tell Andy something, and Penelope walked in, and he was like, Harpo, who this woman? Sir, maybe Penelope was Pissed, okay? And I was confusion. I'm very confusion, because how is it that he knows Andy? Apparently he don't know his business partner. He don't know Penelope. Do you remember your wife? Your first wife? I need Tyler to make this make sense for me. So we're back at the airport with Aaron and Tony. He asked her about her session with Krisha. These two aggravate the mess out of me. Danny decided to stick to the leadership training program. I'm glad. Tony kisses her, and once again, people around are noticing. This is gonna cause a huge problem, because staff is really noticing these two. That's all I'm gonna say. It's gonna cause a problem in the long run. I watch. So y'all, we get back to the bank, and Maurice and Paige are having a stare down. Y'all, I don't like Paige, okay? Sabrina walks in. Paige had the audacity to tell her about her tardiness, and Sabrina was 1 minute late. And I was like, girl, but listen, the way Paige would have got roped up and I would have started a paper trail on her, is unmatched. So Paige, girl, tells Sabrina she got her promotion because of affirmative action. Y'all, Paige is an example of when privilege don't get their way. Sabrina tells Paige she got the job because she's competent and qualified for the position. She's even more educated. And let's not talk about her resume, her experience. She has the experience, she has the resume. She's well overqualified. Then Sabrina tells her about what Toni Morrison says about, the white women and how they lessen the blacks. They can have the information of the black woman, but basically they lessen our experiences. And Paige, telling you, ignorant, says if Toni Morrison is related to Jim Morris, I was like, this is ignorant. Okay, Tyler, we could do without this racist. I guess it just annoys me. So Penelope, she's still mad. She smacked the entire dog out of Gary, and she reminds him who she is. They got married. They was pregnant. And Gary claims he don't remember her. Y'all know we can't trust Gary. So Penelope is escorted out of the room. The doctor leaves out. Andy follows him, and the doctor tells Andy that Penelope is being banned from the hospital. Karen, her unborn fetus, and that new dress she got on walks in on Pam being rude to a customer as usual over the phone this time. So we get back to Andy's house. Fatima comes over. They hadn't seen each other since everything happened, right before they got married. Right before the wedding. She asks Fatima what's happening at the firm. Fatima tells her that the firm is a mess. She also tells Andy that that she doesn't trust, what's his name, Robin. Andy tells Fatima Gary didn't die. Fatima was like, damn. Andy tells Fatima how Penelope been acting, that Penelope slapped in her face, and Fatima was like, she did what? Yeah, who? So Fatima gets up and tells Andy, I'm gonna teach you how to fight. Well, it's about time, because you should have taught her how to fight when Gary's ex-wife and her friends beat her up down in that parking lot, and you came with your GUN ready to knock if you buck. That's when you should have taught her how to fight. But we're gonna let it go. And we see Penelope sitting in her car crying. Here we go. I told y'all. She is hurt behind this. She is butthurt. And then her brother came and hopped in a car. And so we find out it was Penelope who stabbed Gary. And they showed a review for next week, because this is where the episode ends. And she was saying she forgot, she don't remember. And I was like, I think something is really mentally wrong with Penelope. Maybe. But I don't know how Robin has anything to do with this. He could be telling the truth. But now I'm starting to think that it was Hayden that laced his IV with the drugs. I don't know. Y'all, we gonna find out next week, because this is where the episode ends, okay? Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell button so y'all can get all of my videos, and I will come back to y'all with the next one.